Hello and welcome to yet another Filmmaker interview. I'm Sophia Lucia Perolo with Garden State Film Festival. We are in our 23rd annual Garden State Film Festival this year from March 27th through March 30th. You can check out these various films from all around the world in Asbury Park, New Jersey and Cranford, New Jersey. You can check out our lineup, get any tickets, including the Parkway Pass, our gala, our screen play reading, all on gsff.org. Definitely check it out. One of the films you should definitely check out is a short film called No Rhyme or Reason. Here to talk with us about the film is these two amazing artists. We might have someone else join us in the mix, but I will have you both introduce yourselves and your title of the film. Starting off with you, Jillian.
Hi, I'm Jillian Lozano, and I am the writer and producer for No Rhyme or Reason.
And I'm Tap Rudra. I was a script supervisor and editor also for No Rhyme or Reason.
Lovely. Well, congratulations to you both and the entire cast and crew. And congratulations. And thank you for taking the time to talk to us about No Rhyme or Reason today.
Thank you. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm super excited. This is a really interesting film. It's funny, it's unique. I had some flashbacks. I've definitely been to something like this. So let's get started with Jillian. You are the writer. Tell our audience a little bit about what No Rhyme or Reason is and what they can see at Garden State Film Festival.
No Rhyme or Reason is a reflection on what we're all thinking when our friend asked us to go to their open mic night. It's a little bit cringy. It's a little bit awkward. But we all kind of have that experience of, why am I here? But I also want to be a good friend. So it's kind of a little satire on open mic poetry, but with a little bit of a twist at the end.
I love that. And what a beautiful pitch. Very, very cool. Jillian, you were a writer. How did this idea come to you? What was the inspiration, if we can talk about it?
So the way the short film actually came together, we were all randomly assigned together. So Tap and I didn't know each other. We didn't know the director or the AD. It was a very random assignment, and we were assigned a genre. And so we got comedy, and I was not anticipating that. But within an hour, I had like 9 ideas. A lot of it was just inspiration. I write everything in my notes app that makes me laugh, to look back on it, and I really enjoy that. So I was kind of going through just little things, little notes that I wrote myself, and I kind of came to the idea like, oh, it's something, but it's also the truth behind it, like odd. It's just also there's a lot of elements of the unspokenness of, like I said, going and supporting your friend at something, and being uncomfortable with the reality of it, I guess.
Yes. And I love that you went back to your notes app to like look at some stuff, because I also am somebody who will write funny things or ideas all in that notes app. It's so many great ideas in there. So Tap, talk to me a little bit about when you were assigned to work with Jillian and all these people you haven't worked with before. Also, what's the background behind this assignment? Where did we all meet, and what is this?
Yeah, it was there was a contest. It was basically like a 2-week turnaround short film kind of work contest. People who had gone through a certain program, a filmmaking program, were eligible to be picked to be part of this contest. And so we got bundled together. We put down our preferences of the kinds of roles that we'd like to be part to do. Script supervisor was something that I hadn't really tried before, but I felt like my strengths kind of lent itself to that. Editing is something that I do as a skill of mine, but primarily I'm an actor. And so I was really excited to be part of a comedy because I love comedy. I do improv comedy. So I was very excited to be part of this. And when we, when we got to casting, one of the best parts of the casting was I was able to get a lot of my friends into the casting audition process, who I had met through improv and acting classes. So most of the cast that you see were people that I already knew, and that I already knew could be funny, and I was really excited to bring them in. So it was so wonderful for me, because I was starting to see some of the worlds that I knew collide, like people that I knew from different places, all in one day, all in one room, in one place, all being really, really, really entertaining. And I was just, I was over the moon. And since then, me and Jillian have become friends, and we've really been able to share kind of some of those comedic interests. I just saw her the other day. Actually, we were part of a project. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's really wonderful to bring people who are funny together. I mean, it just there's nothing like it to me.
Yeah. I especially love film environments. I love networking. I love, like, know someone and then you're collaborating with them and then you guys run into each other. I love the film community, or artists in general. It's like a small world, but so big. And comedy, we need more comedies in the world. So talk to me, guys, about how long this process took. What were some of our favorite parts, challenging parts? Jillian, you were a producer, so why don't you start us off? How long did this process take in total?
The program that we actually all went through was through Beyond Film School, so shout out to them. Want to make sure Amber gets her credit. It was interesting. Yeah, we got an email saying our teams. It was announced on a Sunday, I want to say, and then that week we traveled to see the locations, and we ended up at Barrow's Intense Tasting Room in Industry City, Brooklyn. That's where we filmed and fell in love with the place. So also shout out to them. And then Friday, we got the assignment for the theme, which was the unexpected. And we got our elements that we needed to include, which was a jump, not a jump cut, but a jump, however we interpreted it. We did it very literally, as well as a close-up shot. And then we were all randomly assigned genres. So that's how we got comedy. I spoke to the group on Friday as well with my ideas. We decided on what ended up becoming No Rhyme or Reason. Saturday, I wrote the treatment. Sunday, I wrote the script. Monday, we had auditions. Thursday, we had rehearsal. Saturday, we filmed. And by the next Saturday, the actual film was due. So Tab had a whole lot of the end part. He was on the computer constantly. Another thing that I think we don't give ourselves enough credit for is we were not allowed to use any money. We had no budget. So this was all based on favors and connections and kind of resourcing what we need for that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, we had a great cinematographer who, through some people, we were able to bring them. They brought some people, and it was a lot of great crew that kind of the unsung people that really helped us on the day, that made a lot of great technical things happen. And then, yeah, like Jillian said, the next week after that was a lot of editing, and I got input from Jillian as hey, how do we want to actually get the comedic timing? There was a lot of discussions there to get that right. And then as the editor, I also had the opportunity to add a little role for myself, which was I composed and played some piano music. That was the music in the film is my own, because I kind of had that power. So I kind of just granted myself the liberty to put in kind of the last poet. There was some piano music that you hear, and so I kind of threw myself that, because I knew, hey, as the editor, I could do this, and I had no objections from Jillian. So it all ended up working out. So I kind of got a chance to contribute in more ways. So being an editor, it can be a lonely job, but it can also be one that, grants some creativity. So I had fun with that too, but it was quite a scramble for those 2 weeks. The way that Jillian laid it out is amazing, that, we have those certain days, and then by a certain time, we're already casting a day after the script was written. It was a great team effort.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much for explaining that, Jillian. And what a cool process. You said Beyond Film School?
Yes.
Very cool. I mean, also, like, so many, what important life lessons and film lessons, like trying to do stuff with no money, doing stuff on a time crunch. That is all things that you run into in film. So this is so cool. Like, you guys made this project and it looks as good as it does. And it is here at Garden State Film Festival. Tap, talk to me. We're really like running the last like 2 minutes, but I want to hear about that lonely process of the editing, especially when it came to this. Were you there on set, or did you just get all this footage? We are in one location, but how was editing, and what was that like?
Yeah, so I was also the script supervisor, so I had a very active role on the day that we were filming, and so I was all over the place, you know, making sure everything was running correctly, making corrections to things and whatnot, and scrambling around. So I was also very aware of which takes worked because I was there and I was taking careful notes. So when I got to my computer and I started that process, yeah, it is a lonely process to edit, but I was so happy to be able to bounce things off of Jillian and say, hey, look, this is your vision, right? And I want to know what works for you as the writer. And we worked through that. We had other inputs as well. And we just kept working, kept plugging along. But the last night before it was due, we were on the phone for many hours in a row, and I was sharing my screen over a Zoom, and we were going through a lot of stuff. We had our mentor, Jason. We were all assigned a mentor. Each team was assigned a mentor. So Jason from the film industry was there. And so he was our mentor. It was quite a process. I mean, there was a little bit of lost sleep, I'll say, to say the least.
Very awesome, guys. So talk to me about how it feels to have after all of that, you know, how does it feel to have no rhyme or reason at Garden State Film Festival? And are you guys familiar with this film festival? Like, talk to me about having it in this year's 23 years in New Jersey's premier festival.
I'm very excited. I'm from New Jersey, so anything where I can celebrate the state that I love, the state that I live in, I'm very excited.
Yes.
I've never been to Garden State Film Festival. It's always been on my list, so I'm really excited to have the experience as a filmmaker going into it. It's really exciting. This is our first screening since we screened for the competition that we were in. Yeah, I'm really excited. I love Asbury Park. I love Cranford. I live right near Cranford. So I think we're just really excited to be a part of the film community, especially in New Jersey. It's such a budding community right now, especially like so many incentives in film are being created and incentivized. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
I love New Jersey filmmakers, and it really is becoming a hub for media and for film and everything. So much has come to Jersey. Tap, are you familiar with Jersey? Are you from Jersey? Will you be at the film festival?
I'm so new to the area that I actually didn't even know some of the names of the towns and that Jillian was talking about. So I'm originally from Texas, and so it's really exciting to me to be in this area. When Jillian showed me what this film festival was about, I was excited for how many films there are and the variety and things like that. So I'm excited. I know some people now who are from Asbury Park and from that area, and they've been telling me great things about. So I'm excited. It'll be my first time in that area. I'm just excited to see it.
Oh, lovely. Well, thank you. Congratulations again to you both for making this film. It sounds like an incredible process and really fun. I know we could have talked way more, but hopefully I'll get to see you guys at the Garden State Film Festival. Let me tell audiences how you can see No Rhyme or Reason and meet these two amazing artists, hopefully some other people who are part of the film. It will be playing Saturday, March 29th in Asbury Lanes at 6:15 to 8:15 p.m. That is a really awesome block. Like we said, Asbury Park is an amazing place for artists, for music, for film, and fun. And you could all check it out with some great films. March 27th through March 30th. Get your tickets at gsff.org, everybody. Tap, Jillian, thank you again for joining us today. Congratulations, and we'll see you at the film festival.
We'll see you then.
So much. See you there.
Thank you.